England continued on their way to the 2026 World Cup with another, well, it says here, routine win. Boring, rotten win over Andorra. It was a change of setting for England as Villa Park played host. Consequently, loads of Villa fans had to suffer it. It was the same old dull affair.
Now he's got 10 matches over 9 months to get it right before the real business starts.
Not everything came off today, but I feel like when you play against a stubborn team, you have to have that mindset of I'm just going to get the ball and go and go.
So many more progressive passes into the final third than we've probably seen in any game under Tuchel so far. And he's taken a touch off an Andorran defender to beat his goalkeeper and give England the lead.
One of their players plays in the equivalent of National League North. So how on earth is it just 1-0 and that was an own goal?
We could have had life easier, but overall, where it was possible, I think it was a much better performance than in June.
Kane making an early run. It's Rice coming around the back, and he's headed it in for 2. Much better than the 2 displays in June. Clearly still a lot to work on.
If we win the World Cup, nobody's going to remember a dull 2-0 against Andorra. But Thomas Tuchel had said to us, it's time to start showing the fans. For me, that really hasn't happened.
Well, that was Adrian, by the way. There's some good players in the National League North. What's your tongue?
I saw the hairs in the back of your neck bristle up there immediately at that comment. I don't have a smile on my face.
Well, look, we talked about the supporters there. David's a Sheffield Wednesday fan. He got involved after the game and claimed that watching the game was like punishment. Have a listen to this.
The build-up was fine. The atmosphere was good until 10, 15 minutes in, and it's what we've seen over the last few months of Thomas Tuchel. It's boring. We left after 80 minutes. I thought I was treating the kids to a day out watching England, but I didn't feel like I punished them. Everybody felt the same. Everybody was chanting the same thing. This is terrible. 3 guys walked in front of me. They'd just gone for the caps. That's it. That's all they'd gone for.
Listening to Thomas Tuchel saying, well, there was a lot of improvement there, and I think Jim Proudfoot said there was a lot of improvement as well. Are you seeing it?
Right, I've got to try and be objective rather than laugh at you lot with that. Right? I'm looking at your team, right, and he plays Reece James and Lewis Skelly, and straight away, you're a bit attack-minded there. And then you've got Declan and Elliot Anderson middle of the park. I mean, your front 4, Madueke, Eze, Rashford and Kane. He brings on Anthony Gordon, Morgan Rogers, Gibbs White. I mean, there's some attack-minded players on that side, right? Let's be honest about it. And I get it. The buck has to stop and will always continue to stop with the manager and the coach. But if there's players not got to take a wee bit of responsibility as well, really, surely they must take a little bit of responsibility. I mean, you've won the game 2-0. See, the one thing about England is you can never. I think I struggle to gauge watching England in any qualifying for any major competition because they always do it with relative ease, right? And I get that. So
well, they can't help but do it with relative ease with the group.
Yes. So then what do the fans look for? And they're entitled to a level of performance, right? Which clearly they never got at the weekend against the Andorra side. So, I mean, it's the flip side of the coin. And I know you're talking about Germany beating Northern Ireland. They've lost their opening game away 2-0 to Slovakia. So I understand, and I get you're looking for a level performance and you want to see better football. But you've won the game, kept a clean sheet, move on.
No, McCoist, I'm not having that. Portugal scored. Look, they talk about we're up against teams with a low block. It's so they're difficult to break down. Oh, give me a break. Portugal scored 5 in an hour against Armenia. Italy scored 5 against Estonia.
And they were struggling though.
Greece.
Wait a minute. I was
wait a minute. Greece scored 5 in an hour against Belarus. Belgium scored 6 in Liechtenstein and then 6 against Kazakhstan. Spain scored 6 in Turkey. We are miles off it.
Right, I know. No, I agree. Can I ask you, is he playing somebody that he shouldn't, and is he not playing somebody he should? Can we think of MD? I mean, is there MD going to make?
I think it's the way we play. It's the style we play.
Do you think it is?
It's sideways, backwards, patience, keep the ball. Look at Germany. They weren't particularly good last night, I'll be honest. And they did give the ball away a lot. But when they attack, they're direct, they use width, they attack with pace and strength and power, all the things that we don't do.
Your goals came from, am I right in saying your goals came a couple of crosses? I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. There is a certain degree I think you're turning a little bit into Manchester City. Manchester City, who have been fantastic for years, get the ball and attempt to score the perfect goal nearly all the time. Right? And I'm with you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with getting the ball, get a full-back and an overlap, and get a delivery into the box. Get early. Earlier the better. Whether you've got a low block or a high block, doesn't matter. Get deliveries into the box and cause problems. And you are right, you're not doing that. You're not doing it. You're not doing it with any pace or any aggression.
I promise you, fans of Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland, we will talk about your games later. But up next, more on Thomas Tuchel and England. Thomas Tuchel said he aims to create an environment which allows the team to play with excitement and hunger. The England boss spoke after the 2-0 win over Andorra on the lack of creativity from his side on the night, and in particular, Eberechi Eze.
Over most of the time, I was happy with where we tried to speed up the game. The central defenders had to do that job because there's no other way. And then we attacked with wider fullbacks today to have 3 players on the wing to create chances. This is also where the goals came from. Epps had unfortunately a bit of an unlucky game. He trained so good, and we thought he can maybe open it up for us with the right passing, with the right choices, and his creativity. He struggled a bit. He should have scored 2 goals. We should have scored after a ball win with Elliot Anderson. So I think we could have had life easier, but. Overall, where it was possible, I think it was a much better performance than in Chu.
What do you make about him calling out individual players? He did the same with Noni Madueke and said he falls asleep.
I don't have a problem with it, Jeff. I don't. I genuinely don't. Maybe it's because of the era I've came from, but I understand it's not the norm nowadays. I get that. And I also understand that some players won't like it. And a lot of them probably would prefer a word in their ear rather than he's not giving them a public bashing or anything like that. Let's be honest about it. All he's given is a pretty honest assessment of how he felt he played. So, from our point of view, it can only be good from where we're sitting because we enjoy things like that. But I get it. If you're a player, you probably prefer to have had a quiet word.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.